All right, hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to use Google Forms to make quizzes for your class. I love using Google Forms. I think it's a great addition to the G Suite, and what I love best is it grades itself. So you can make quick little assessments for your classes, and actually the students can see their grades and get feedback on them immediately when they're done. So what you're going to do is first you're going to go here to Google Drive. So I'm here on my Google Drive. I'll go over to New, scroll down to More, and click Google Forms. Google Forms will open up and it will look just like this, untitled form. We're making quizzes easier. That can go away, I guess. Okay, but that's all good news. So first I want to click up here where it says untitled form to make a name for my quiz. So I will call it MSET quiz. Then this is very important, and it's not really clear how to do this, but right now it's just making a form, which is like how you would do a survey for something. But if I want to turn it into a quiz, I have to go to this gear icon over here, settings. I click it, and one of the options is quizzes. If I go to quizzes, I could hit this, where it says make this a quiz, and it gives me a few options. First, you could release the grades to the students immediately after each submission. I do this for my class if I give them a quick quiz with like some multiple choice questions, and that's it. That way, as soon as they're done, they can get their grades. You could also choose to do later after manual review. I would definitely suggest doing that one if you're going to have any essay questions or anything on the quiz or test that you want to assign the point values for, that you want to grade after the fact. But for right now, we'll do this one for right now. You could also have, when the students see their grades, they can see the questions they missed, the correct answers, and the point values for each question. Those are all up to you. You could turn them all on or off. Presentation, what you could do is you could shuffle the question order. That's really good if you're in a situation where you're worried of students copying off of each other. So you can actually shuffle the questions around. So if they're sitting next to someone, they can't see what the other person is doing. And you can show them a progress bar too, so they know when they are done with the quiz, or how much, if they want to gauge how much time they're having. I use that in mine because I have 2 periods for my English language arts classes, so it's good for the students to gauge how much time they have left. And then some general things here. Collect email addresses so you can send them their grades. Limit to 1 response. I always do that because I don't want my students to take it and then go back after they see the answers and take it again. Edit after submit. If it's a quiz, usually you don't want them to edit after submit either. So those are all good settings. I'll click save really quick. And what I can do is right here where it says untitled questions. So you can make questions, and what you'll see is where you type the question. Over here it'll say multiple choice, and if I click there, look at all the options it gives you for different types of questions you could do. So I could do multiple choice here. I could say, what color is this? Something simple. Red, blue, yellow, green. I can even attach an image, which I would do for a question like this because clearly there's no colors here on this page right now. You could attach images for each individual answer, which is pretty cool. I've done that before. You can add as many answers as you want, add another answer, but this is also really important. Click on where it says answer key, and you actually pick what the answer is and assign a point value to that. 1 point you can see up here too, it'll say how many total points your quiz is. They just added that feature about a month ago, and it's extremely helpful if you're trying to make your quiz out of, let's say, 25 points, 50 points, 100 points. It's good when you have a lot of questions to see how many points total your quiz is without having to do the math. I know before they put this in, I used to do the math in my head really quick, and a lot of times I would come up with awkward values like a quiz out of 19 points or something silly like that. When I'm done with that one, I go to the right here, hit this plus button to add another question. I could say, write a summary of the text, and that wouldn't be multiple choice. And if you see, I didn't click anything, and it automatically changed it to paragraphs. That's another cool thing about Google Forms. It actually looks at the type of question that you are typing, and it tries to guess what it thinks would be the best type for that. So paragraph, I can even change to short answer if I want, or anything like that. Now then, on an essay, you wouldn't generally have an answer key unless what you can do, and I know some teachers who do this, they add feedback. So after a student submits, after you grade it, they'll actually get some feedback on it. Now, you could do feedback individually, or you could have it all generalized feedback, like list 3 things. So what they could see is that, oh, you wanted them to list 3 things. That may not have been why they got all their points. I can make that a 10-point question. And then what happens is, since it's a manual grading, when they're done, I'll say thank you for your submission, and then I will get an email, and I can go into each individual quiz. I can go to this question here, and I can assign how many points the student got. What I can't really show you right now is how that works without people actually filling out the quizzes, but if you click on responses after the fact, you could sort it by question. So I could have all of the all of the write a summary of the text questions come up, and I could just grade all of them down the line right away. What's really cool about that is I don't know which student wrote each answer, so it takes all the bias out of the grading, and I'm just grading the answer itself. Also, because this is Google, all of this saves automatically, so you don't have to worry about anything there. Let's see, a few more things I'd want to add to this. You can add titles. I do titles for multiple choice section, something like that. Add pictures in there. You can add videos directly from YouTube. Add a section break. Continue on to the next section down there. That's another way to do it. And the students really like taking quizzes like this. It's really cool. They do enjoy it. Let's see a few other things I could show you really quick. Oh, up the top here, we have the gear icon, which I already showed you. All the way to the left is the color palette. Not a lot of options, but you can change the color here. Anything you want, a little different taste. And if you want to actually preview what the quiz would look like, this is an important button. So this is your editor here. This is what you're seeing. But if I click on this eye, this is actually what the quiz will look like when the students get it. So they would type their email here. They could actually click into their answers, and they could type their summary in that box. So that is my quick overview of Google Forms, one of my favorite assessment tools.